Hey, how's everybody doing? It's Robert from Cash's Treasures, and I got another video for you guys tonight. So tonight I'm going to be doing a box opening for some stuff I got from a online auction site. I've done videos in the past from this auction site, the Collector Connection. They do a bunch of auctions throughout the year, but twice a year they do specifically non-sports card auctions. So they just had one, just finished up not too long ago. I got my box of items, and like I've done in the past, I'll go through them. It's not a giant haul this time, but I did get a few key pieces that I really wanted from the auction. So here is the auctions. They do quite a few sport auctions, and they do once or twice a year in-person live auctions. So you'll see up there in January, they had a live auction. And so if you come down here to the June right here, May 28th to June 15th was the auction that just finished up. Now their next auction will be July 12th, a live auction in Oaks, Pennsylvania. And then July 9th through the 27th. And then August, September, October, going back into November 29th through the 16th, another non-sports and comics auction. This one I found out is a decent auction as far as buyer premiums. Some auctions just go really crazy with buyer premiums. So that's why I really like this one. So what I'm going to do, of course, is I'm going to show the item that I purchased. I'm going to tell you how much that I won the auction for, and how much buyer premium and total cost at the end of how much I paid for that item. So let's start off with a couple graded cards. So first one we got here is a 1938 Gum Inc. Horrors of War. Japanese Seize the Vessel. It's a graded a number 1. But it was a decent card. You'll see it's really soft around the corners. But it's an awesome looking card. Was more one of the reasons why I picked it up. So it is an SGC, graded number 1, 1938 Gum Inc. Horrors of War card, graded number 1. So let's take a look and see what I picked this up for. So Seize the Vessel, 1938 Gum Inc. Horrors of War, number 37. I won the auction for this one for $5. 88 cents was the buyer's premium. You'll see it right here. Lot number 150. Buyer premium was 88 cents, so $5.88 for a 1938 Horrors of War card, which is not bad, if I do say so myself. $5 for a graded card. Costs more than that to grade it. And our second one is a 1950 Topps Freedom War Dangerous Spot. And I just like the motorcycle with the sidecar, guy shooting off of it. So this is a SGC graded 1.5. This is an awesome card, a little bit better condition than the other one. Still really soft corners, but Battlegrounds Korea, number 134. And this one, also, we have it here, 1950 Topps Freedom War, 134. Dangerous Spot. I also won this one for $5. 88 cents for the buyer's premium, $5.88. So that was also a decent one to add to the collection. So here's a couple of packs here. We got Truckin' Bubblegum, a sealed pack. It's kind of seen better days. The back is really in rougher condition. But I didn't have one of these, unfortunately, in my collection. The gum looks like, of course, it didn't look quite as bad online in pictures, as it does here, but still sealed pack for the collection, and I couldn't really pass it up too much. So this one's here. It's a little rougher around the edges, but let's take a look and see what I paid for it. So we have the 1975 Don Russ truck in unopened pack. Paid $5 for it, 88 cents buyer premium, $5.88 for it. So not too bad. So we have these here, CB Talk trading cards. Now these are 2 sealed packs in here. A little bit better condition than that truckin'. I do have the full set of these cards. I do have some other sealed packs, but I picked these up because I'm going to be doing a bunch of shorts. As you see, I started doing some shorts of non-sport card pack openings. So I definitely wanted to add this to some of the pack openings that I do. And these as well. 1977 Fleer CB Talk lot of 2 unopened packs. $5.88 buyer premium. $5.88 for these 2. So not too bad. Now the one that I feel like I got a good deal on, and maybe I didn't, you guys will have to let me know, is this one right here. Let me take the sticker off of this so you can see the full pack itself. Okay, here we go right there. Marvel Comic Superheroes Rubber Tattoo from 1980. So this is a 45-year-old pack. It has 1 stick of gum in there, 3 exciting tattoos, a great looking condition because they're tattoos. So I mean, the gum is thicker than what's inside of the pack itself. So I did not have one of these in my collection, so I figured I'd pick it up. It was because it's being in my collection, you know, sometimes you always pay what we think might be a little bit more than what we should pay for it. But this one actually wasn't that bad. So I picked this one up. 1980 Don Russ Marvel Comics Superheroes Rubber Tattoo Unopened Wax Pack. I bought it. I won the auction at $10. Buyer premium at $1.75. And total cost at $11.75 for this. You let me know if I got a good deal on this. I feel that I did. Like I said, it's going into my collection of unopened wax packs. So if I paid more than I should, it's fine because I'm not trying to sell it. So, but you let me know whether you think that I got a good deal on it. I think I did. So what's your opinion? Okay, so now let's take a look. This is an interesting, not quite sure why I bid on this. These were one of the couple things that I bid on, not thinking that I would win, but inside of here is 1989 Big Step New Kids on the Block sticker sets. 13 sticker sets. Now I'll tell you what I paid for them first. I paid $5 as the winning bid, 88 cents buyer premium, $5.88. So I know I got a good deal on them. That's not the case. But I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with them. Might give some away, but this is just the sticker set from the New Kids on the Block card set that came out. So a lot of the, the 80s style cards had cards and then stickers to go along with them. So you collected the card set and the sticker set. But I paid $5.88 for 13 sticker sets. And so you'll see in here, these are all exactly the same sticker sets. So nothing to go crazy over, but all sticker sets. So I'm for sure going to be giving, a couple of these away for the 1,500 subscriber giveaway. once we hit that. By the way, we're at 1,318 subscribers. So we're working. Woo! We're working our way towards that 1,500. So let's take a look at the next box that we have here. Now these I picked up. I have the full set of this, but I figured, what the heck? Let me grab them because of what they were. The bid was for. Inside of here, we have 1992 Limerock Mad lot of approximately 350 cards. I won the bid at $5.88 buyer premium, $5.88. So I think I got a pretty good deal. 350 cards for $5.88. So I'll have to go through, see if there's any, partial sets or how close to a set that I can get or what have you. But I figured for $5.88, I wouldn't pain me to pull the trigger on it. So I picked those up. So not too bad. And next we have something cool that I just, thought looked really fun. So I picked it up. So we have here a booklet, Beauties of the World's Fair and St. Louis, or 1904 St. Louis World's Fair. So this is a 1904 St. Louis World's Fair souvenir book. And I paid $5 was the winning bid, 88 cents buyer premium, $5.88 for this. So, this is the first time that I'm seeing it as well. So let's take a look and open it up and see what it looks like inside. So, okay. So basically what it is, it looks like some pictures, Thomas Jefferson and Napoleon. So it looks like it's basically some images of the different halls that they had during the 1904 World's Fair. That looks interesting. And, I'm just curious of why they no longer have World's Fairs anymore. It seems like so many different innovations came out of the World's Fairs. And it looks like they were so giant and, just so fun to attend that I'm not sure why they don't have, something similar to these anymore. I mean, they have state fairs and different stuff like that, but state fairs, in a sense, are pretty much just glorified carnivals. So, and this was pretty cool. And I figured, $5. It's awesome add to a collection, if nothing else. It's just cool to look at. It's probably not really worth too much. But for $5.88 after buyer premium, it was worth picking up. Now let's take a look at some other stuff that I picked up. Now this was a lot. This is what I specifically was shooting for. And I did have to go a little high, but I think one item in this group definitely has paid for it. So I'll leave that to the end to kind of show you. So this was from the Roxanne Toser collection. Rest in peace. She was a great woman. And just had a kind of quirky stuff and just a couple things that I was really interested in this lot. So I had to have it. So let's take a look at the first thing that was in this lot. So, Sparrow's Manatee chocolates. So an old vintage, you know, back in the day chocolate box. Looks really cool. It's got some, you know, paper doily inside of there. Looks really awesome. Even comes with a little free, you know, moth that looks like died probably when the box of chocolates was new. So I'm not too worried about that. I'll probably clean him out. And it's just a cool looking piece. I love this Victorian style, you know, this picture on the front of it. You know, they're going to, you know, a play. Here they are eating a box of chocolates, sitting in their private booth, you know, with their Victorian dress on. Just looks really cool. And, you know, I know none of this stuff is really that valuable. But for the fact of what you consider ephemera, that these are, that they were sold to meant to be thrown away. So I love that style of stuff that, you know, kind of really wasn't sold to be kept, but a lot of people kept it and collected it, and it kind of falls into that ephemera category. And this definitely would be one of those items. So, and another thing, these here, now, I need to take a look at what exactly these are, because it looks like they're, I want to say they're tattoos, maybe, but here is what we have here. So, and they look like tattoos, printed in Denmark, but they probably came with some form of candy or chocolate, you know, or something along those lines. And of course, you know, but there's nothing on the backs of them. But it really would have been cool if there was some form of, you know, some form of advertisement on the back of them as well. But like I said, the only thing that I see is right down here in the bottom, and it probably will never focus on it. There it is, printed in Denmark, and basically it just says that in another language. But it's cool, a fun little set of these. It really didn't have a ton of information in it, so I'm going to have to do a bunch more digging on these. Or if anybody has any idea what these are, definitely leave a comment, because I'm super curious on what these actually are. So we'll put those back inside their little baggie here. Close that up there. Put that off to the side. And another thing that was in this lot is Monster Wrap. Monster Series 1 pinback buttons. Mike Lemos 4-piece set. And here's another one, which are similar, just as it doesn't have the header card on it. And these came in the set. Don't know a lot about the background on these, but these looked kind of cool too. So I was glad to get them in the set. So, and some more pinback buttons that came in this lot were these guys right here. So let's take a look. So these little pinback buttons here. Little fun, cool guys. Doesn't really have too much on it as far as where it's from. It says Busy Beaver. Busy Beaver Button-O-Matic 2014. So if anybody knows anything about Busy Beaver Button-O-Matic from 2014, let me know. Leave a comment in there. And if you do know, leave a comment and I'll ship you one. I'll send one out to you. So a couple of those will probably go in the 1,500 subscriber giveaway as well. Now, this is one of the cool things that I did want out of this lot. And like I'm saying, when it comes time for like the ephemera style of collectibles, this is where I'm leaning towards now. I love Garbage Pail Kids, but I've gotten to the point where I'm kind of running out of things to pursue that aren't astronomically outside of my budget. So we have some candy boxes here. So let's take a look at this first one. Vanilla. So let's take a look and see the candy company. La Florentine Inc. out of New York, made in U.S. Ingredients: toasted almonds, honey, sugar, egg white, wafers, and natural flavoring. Interesting. Important: all natural ingredients. Flaky wafer is edible. And you got your little picture on there. Little picture on the back. So these, of course, would have been boxes that held different flavors of candy. That one was vanilla. This one is lemon. Some really cool pictures on the box. This is orange. Almond nougat candy. And this is another lemon. So it looks like I have some doubles. A vanilla again. Couple vanillas. This one does not have the number stamped on it, like the first one did. Another vanilla with the number stamped on it. Another orange. Another lemon. And another vanilla. So it looks like I have about 2 or 3 of each. So I might dig a little bit into these. And if anybody's interested in these as well, I'll probably offer up a couple sets, one of each flavor, if anybody is interested in them. So I don't think I'll include those in the 1,500 subscriber giveaway because I think they're a little bit more niche, and you know, you would really have to be into that style to really need or want something like that. So here's the last 2 pieces in this lot. And what I really wanted, you know, in this lot is these last 2 items. So here's this one. And we have a full unopened bag, 240 pieces of Bub-O bubblegum with tattoos. Awesome bag. Great condition. Doesn't look like the tattoos were, you know, in any kind of moisture or high temperature environment, which is awesome. So Tutti Frutti flavor. Tutti Frutti flavor is actually original. They just called it Tutti Frutti. That's what a lot of the companies will call like an original quote-unquote bubblegum flavor as Tutti Frutti. Bazooka gum, that's what flavor their original pink gum is, Tutti Frutti. So, Bub-O bubblegum, 1-cent pieces. So this is probably early 80s, you know, from around that time frame. It's not, I don't think it's in the 70s, but this is probably around early 80s for bubble gum. So at 1 penny for those style gums. And this is a really cool addition to my collection of bubble gum and inserts. So that was a welcome addition. But what really caught my eye, and I'm not sure if anybody liked these back in the day, but these are second series, and these are Alberts & Sons 240 count sealed bag Fortune Bubble, all new second series. And it was a stick of bubble gum, and inside it, like right here on the wrapper, there was a fortune inside of there. So you opened it up, got your fortune, and it, was kind of like a bubble gummed version of a fortune cookie. So this is Albert & Sons Candy Company. They made a ton of different candies. A lot of great stuff came from Albert & Sons. And this, I haven't saw very many unopened bags of Fortune Bubble. I have saw single pieces that go for around $20 a piece. So this is interesting to have. This is mid 80s, for these Albert & Sons bubble gum. So this was definitely, what I wanted out of that lot. So the 2 bags of bubble gum that were in that lot, the tattoos, the Sparrow's chocolates, the candy boxes, the pinback buttons from Button-O-Matic, and the 2 4-packs of Monster Warp Monster Series 1s were in that. So this, the winning bid was $58, $10.15 buyer premium. So it was $68.15 for that lot. So everything together, we paid $103 for all the bids, $18.03 for buyer premiums, and $121.03 with the shipping and insurance was $14.27. We paid $135.30 for everything that we had in today's video. So I think I did pretty well. A lot of it's going into my collection, so it's not like anything that is being, sold off really. So it wasn't anything that I was super like, hey, I have to make a ton of profit on. And some of the stuff I'm probably giving away. So, that being said, I feel like I made out pretty good. So, but like I said, $10 for this pack. Let me know if you think I got a really good deal on it or whether I got ripped off. I think I got a pretty good deal. And let me know in the comments if you think so too. And if anybody has, any of these in their collection of what they kind of paid for it. And, an idea of, better luck next time. Or I wish they had a bunch of them. So, but if you like this kind of video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Check out the Collector Connection. Always having different auctions. Like I said, they finished up the May auction. And now they're having a live auction in July. In August starts another auction, which are sometimes pre-war, post-war sports cards. A lot of different stuff. So give them a check. Check them out. And I think you'll be satisfied with what they have and, kind of go from there. So if you like this kind of video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're not already to get into that 1,500 subscriber giveaway. And hit that bell icon so you're notified when I have more videos. One last call for the video. And always remember, have fun.